Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Von here and I am back with another video, this time talking about one of my most popular videos on this channel that actually got 1 million views. This was my experience doing some luxury shopping at Goyard, and I put luxury quote unquote just because my experience didn't quite match what we would usually expect from a luxury store, and there's so many things to discuss about that. Obviously, I have so many comments that I do want to go through, but also just this whole just kind of, you guys seem to really like this video, so it's really just to explain I guess the idea behind that video, and everything to do with it, but I do want to first put your attention to the jewelry that I am wearing today, which would actually go well with any piece at Goyard, I can imagine. But I would like to shout out Ana Luisa because they have an amazing brand, water-resistant jewelry that is long-lasting. I still have plenty of jewelry from them, including the one I'm wearing. But I also have some other pieces that I would love to show you guys. So I do also want to put attention to the packaging because, guys, this is really nice. They really leveled up the packaging because it wasn't always like this. It was still nice, but this is nice. This is really nice. A little slidey box right there. It's got my earrings in that one, and I also have my bracelet in this one. So yeah, I will just show you a clip of me wearing those now, and yeah, it's really lovely. This one is like a little petal that's just, hugging your earlobe, and it has this beautiful blue print on it. It just looks like really nice ceramic actually just on your earlobes. And then you have this beautiful bracelet right here, which I absolutely love because it literally hugs my wrist. I have really small wrists, so this is perfect for that. Not many bracelets fit like this on my wrist, so yeah, I love this one, and it's really lovely. You're not gonna have your skin turning green or anything. It is water resistant, and get this, it is a 2-year warranty on all your jewelry, so you have nothing to worry about there. Really fast delivery. Honestly, what more could you ask for? So make sure you go to the link in my description and get yourself also a discount at 25% off. Yes, 25% off on all the jewelry at Ana Luisa, as long as you click that link in my description. So make sure you do so while you watch this video, after you watch this video, in a week's time when you repeat this video, and yeah, I shall see you wearing your own. And make sure you put it in the comments as well if you got any pieces, when which ones. So for this video, I mentioned I will talk about the viral video, I want to say, of my experience at Goyard. Let me just paint the picture. You've waited in a long queue. You now get in and you get allocated the assistant. The assistant asks what you would like to see or what you'd like to buy. They bring out that item from the back, the stock, or if they don't have it, they'll obviously let you know. They bring it out with their gloves on and everything, and then they show it to you guys, and it's now up to you to kind of look at it, and then if you want to buy it or not. Now, let's say you want to buy it, then they basically take it back and then they package it nicely for you, give it to the cashier. You wait for your name to be called out, and that's, I guess, the time you can kind of roam around a bit freely now. And then you have the cashier calling out your name, then you can pay. So really that video came about when I was doing some luxury shopping, because that is something that I was doing in Paris, and clients would obviously want some luxury goods. And Goyard is really popular in the Philippines, which is where some of the clientele was based, and that is why I was actually on that specific shopping spree. So that's actually to answer question number 1 as to if you don't like the experience, or if you don't like the brand, why are you there? So that was actually for that one. But in other videos, maybe it could be a piece I'm buying for myself, for someone else, a gift, whatever. But this one specifically was for that purpose, because I don't particularly like the bags that I was actually looking for. There's a St. Louis, and then there's another one. I'll write the names and put the pictures and everything. But for all of those, there's certain ones that actually don't really live up to the potential that they could really have for the brand, because this brand is very old, guys, made in the 1700s, and it's just really grown since then, and really to internationally. So I think the main thing about that bag is just that they have so many beautiful pieces, which is actually something I spoke about in another video. And it's just that the ones that are really popular are literally the canvas bags. That is something that I got a lot in that video, in the comments, that, oh, it's just a canvas bag, blah, blah, blah. Which I completely agree with you guys, you know, with that respect of me buying this specifically for that client. But if I'm buying for myself, the ones I would usually go for is like the structured bags that they have, and I just really absolutely adore some of those. And I just think that now that is like, that's my taste. Maybe, you know, it's just a taste thing. Perhaps that is where some of that is coming from in terms of why it's so popular, because it does cost over £1,000, euros, dollars, whatever you want to do the conversion to. At least it is over 1,000 at least, and then obviously it varies according to which model that you get. So with that in mind, if people are willing to spend that much on I guess quote unquote canvas bag that people keep saying in the comments, there's something to it. And I would say it's most likely because of the print that it has. That is really a print that has now been the image of the brand for years. We're talking years. And in this case, it has really grown on people, and it is part of that heritage that it really has as a Parisian brand, in which, you know, this is what it is really. In Paris, fashion is all about heritage and, you know, owning that history and story. So that's really that. Really, that makes sense from the design perspective, and obviously taste, and everyone just talking about, you know, why are people going to spend all of that money? Now, money is one thing, but now time is another thing. Now, I timed the experience at Goyard, and I'm just going to put exactly the time that it took to wait in line just to be served to go in. And that was a line outside in the rain. Really wasn't pleasant, over an hour. And this is obviously something that people are talking about in the comments, like, why would you waste so much time waiting? You know, if you really didn't agree with this, you wouldn't wait. And the whole point really of that video is just to show you guys how the luxury market really can be in certain parts of fashion, and maybe not just Paris in this case, but it could be anywhere. And my experience is really just from that, because I had previously experienced that waiting time over there before, and this time I was like, okay, I need to document this to just show people how ridiculous this is. The fact that people are willing to wait that long in a queue to get certain pieces, and people really do wait, like they really do. In my case, I watch Netflix. This whole waiting game is really just to kind of make that brand exclusive. Like, everyone there is waiting for this special item, and the point is to kind of, I guess, build that up by allowing this waiting time, because really they can afford having more staff. So really, I don't think it's a question of budget or anything like that, unless if it is, guys. Unless if it is, but this brand is way too popular, in my opinion, to not be able to afford that. So I do think it's a case of just building that exclusivity, you know, all of that stuff. And by the time you get inside, I guess it's kind of like you've won, you know, you finally made it, kind of thing. So I do believe that's part of it, and also to make others on the street maybe look like, oh, what's everyone waiting for? Let me maybe wait. So I think it's all of that included in this. But then now when you are looking at it going inside, so if we just kind of finish on that point of waiting, I do think, yeah, it is a bit ridiculous to make people wait 1 hour, because people don't even wait that long at all at high street stores. So there's no need to call this a luxury experience if you actually need to wait on your feet outside and it's long. So that's one thing I do think that, you know, luxury brands in general can just work on, not just Goyard. And yeah, that's that. Now, if we go to the next thing, which was when you actually enter the store. So entering the store itself, you have an assistant that is allocated to you, and you pretty much can't look around in there until the assistant is really just walking around with you. That is something that I really disagreed with, because again, you don't get the freedom to just look at what you want to buy. It's almost like you have to know what you want to buy before you get there. It's just not what you would expect even at a high street store. So that part I definitely disagree with. And again, that was the point of showcasing that, because for a luxury thing, maybe that is the point, that they are trying to create this like, oh, we have an assistant for you to help you shop. You know, maybe that could be the case, but it just means then longer waiting time, of course. But then secondly, you can't just kind of roam around by yourself. Now, I say that because in Paris that was my experience, but when I went to New York for Goyard, they actually, you get the allocated person after you've waited in line, etc. But then you can walk around. They're just kind of supervising you. And in that case, you do still feel watched in general, which again, something that wasn't so pleasant to experience, because it's almost like, what do you think I'm going to do with especially these enclosed items, which is another point, that there are a lot of items that are just shut off in glass cabinets. I guess, again, to protect the items, but really, you know, it's kind of just taken away from what you would want. You just want to feel things. You want to experience it, rather than having to ask each time, hey, can I have this? Hey, can I have that? So again, yeah, so it's just this whole thing of shopping inside doesn't make you feel the most comfortable. And that's again something that I know people in the comments were talking about and kind of laughing about, like, you know, yeah. But one thing that I do remember people talking about the most was how you have your name called out to pay. So again, that was something that people were like, what is this, like school dinners or something, like or you know, back in the old days where they were at some sort of cafeteria or Starbucks, all these kind of comments. And I completely, again, I agree with this. This is the point of the video, to showcase that this is not what you would expect, especially considering it's supposed to be luxury. Now, the other thing while you are roaming around is the fact that if everything's enclosed, you can't physically just pick up things and touch them and look at them. So it does really give you a bit of like distance from things, again, which would have been nice just to be able to see things closely, look at the quality of things, because obviously a luxury brand like that, you do expect really high quality sewing, finishes and everything like that. That's really kind of the full experience that I've painted there. And I just do think that, you know, there were mixed reactions from this. And I do want to finish off with the last main thing, which was the way I pronounced the name Goyard. Now, I have lived in Paris or France in general for 5 years, and I do have French friends who were actually able to tell me whether or not this name was pronounced correctly, and the jury says it was it was pronounced correctly. And many people, I do think, aren't actually from France who had commented in the video, so I think they were under the impression that, you know, it was way too exaggerated the way I pronounced it, with, you know, the R being R. But, you know, this is something we learn in French class also, you know, to exaggerate that like you're gargling. You have to give me my flowers for, you know, at least attempting to say the name correctly. But nevertheless, people did actually approve that. So it is a credited French way of saying it. But that is something that came up a lot, specifically on the TikTok one, as opposed to the YouTube one. The YouTube one, people were more concerned about how the real rich people normally wouldn't be waiting an hour for a luxury item that they would like, but rather they would be you know, having assistants getting it for them. And that brings me to the other point about VIP versus luxury. There is a difference, and I have seen both sides. And in this case, the luxury shopping, what I did and showed in that video, was the kind of the standard that anyone, if you have the money, just go there, wait in line, you get your stuff and you go. Whereas the VIP experience is a little bit different because you have a specific room that you can actually go into, whether it's for changing or having your coffee, your champagne, your tea, whatever it is, your water, and then you get your items given to you in there. It really does vary across different brands and different branches, different countries, different cities. But in this case, that is the main difference that I've seen. And for a VIP experience, normally you do have to be some sort of celebrity or that kind of high status. So obviously most of us won't necessarily experience that, but we will experience at least the luxury shopping. And that still puts my point about that whole video, that what you would expect is something that I have actually experienced in other luxury stores such as Chanel, Louis Vuitton, where yes, maybe the queue can be long because that really is just the way that luxury shopping is. But also the fact that once you do get in, once you do get your assistant, or if you are allowed to roam around, it's fine. And you at least get treated with that luxury experience with at least some water, a drink of any sort. Some have even given champagne, teas. Like, they really do treat you well. Some do wait until you actually make the purchase and then they're packaging it while you have the whatever like you've ordered. But at least, you know, that is the type of service that you expect, even if you're not in the VIP part of things. So I know some people were kind of confused about if that is what, you know, some people expect of a luxury shopping experience as opposed to VIP. But just to paint that picture, luxury shopping can give you, you know, those lovely free drinks there and just some nice service where you can actually roam around, you can touch things, you can look around. But one thing that you're usually not allowed to do is take photos and videos. That's just to protect their property and their designs and things like that, which I know that technically I was kind of going against by recording, but really I did think it was important to just show the behind the scenes of that. Nothing against the brand, because like I said, I do still like their pieces, the more structured pieces, but really I just wanted to show this because hey, this is my channel. This is what it's about, to just show reality of fashion in different sides of it. So I've shown it obviously as a student, shown it as someone during Paris Fashion Week, and then obviously with this, you know, luxury shopping experience. Hopefully, you guys want to see maybe more of that. And it did seem like you guys really liked that video a lot. So I just thought it would be great to just chat about it with a bit more context, as, you know, that video was on its own without any explanation of anything except the title, which a lot of people didn't read also. And yeah, I still call it luxury shopping because it is what you are getting in a luxury brand, but I didn't claim that this is what luxury shopping should look like. So a lot of people who were kind of like, you know, what, like, this is luxury shopping? Like, what, why do you think this is luxury shopping? No, it's not that. That's what I think. This is in fact a luxury brand, so therefore it is a luxury shopping experience that I am showing you. It's just that it's not what we quite expect. So yeah, that's really everything. But thank you guys so much for tuning in to talk about this, and maybe I'll make more videos on this since you guys seem to like this brand. Let me know, did you watch that reel that really that got me that 1 million views, and are you one of the people that got me there? If so, thank you, and put down in the comments what exactly is it about the video that you liked or didn't like, or you'd like me to expand on or talk about, as this channel is really about, again, innovation, fashion, and all things to do around that, and in this case, luxury shopping and the reality of it. Please drop your comments about any other videos that you'd like me to do. And just before you go, make sure that Ana Luisa is on your browser history, as they are an amazing jewelry brand. Like I said, I love their jewelry, and I have now quite a lot of them, including the beautiful bracelet that I'm wearing here, as I mentioned as well, the beautiful earrings that I have here as well. It's not focusing. Yeah, these guys as well. Make sure you head over to the link in the description so that you can get yourself that 25% discount. You can get it before Thanksgiving and you can give it as a gift to anyone, and I'm sure they'll appreciate it because there's too many perks to do with this brand. Just a reminder, 2-year warranty, all free, guaranteed, and it is water resistant. And as you've seen, I've been wearing their jewelry for quite a long time now, and if in case you have a Goyard bag, this one of these pieces will definitely at least go with any of those bags as well. So thank you so much for watching again. Subscribe, like, share, comment, all that good stuff, and I'll see you for the next video. Thank you. Bye.